Does this sound like you struggling to stick to your budget, constantly swiping your debit card, always overspending? If so, it's time to try out the cash envelope stuffing system for beginners and take control of your money. With this cash envelope stuffing, you can learn how to budget, save, and prevent overspending by using money specifically in cash envelopes. In this video, I will discuss how to get started with the cash envelope system, the benefits of the cash envelope system, and how to make cash stuffing fun. If you are already not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do so for more valuable budgeting, investing, mortgage-free, as well as side hustle content. And do me a favor and smash the like button so that YouTube knows that you are enjoying this video, and it will push this video out to more individuals that need to see this content. Hi guys, my name is Naja, and I have been using the cash envelope system for forever. It has been a game changer for me. If you recently looked at my cash unstuffing video where I showed all of the money that I unstuffed from my cash envelopes, it was well over $5,000. So of course I needed to go ahead and condense those envelopes to make sure that most of that money is in the bank and earning me some interest in my high yield savings account. But also I wanted to talk with you all about the benefits and how cash envelope stuffing can help you, especially if you are a beginner and you are not aware of it. I first heard about the cash envelope stuffing system from Dave Ramsey. Now, you don't have to be a Dave Ramsey follower in order to do this method. You can tailor it to how you want to. You could have digital envelopes or you can have actual cash envelopes. And you don't have to follow the exact method that he uses with it, but that's how I started off, following the exact method that he talked about for the cash envelopes. And so I'm just going to share with you all today how to get started with cash envelopes. You want to make sure that you determine how much your budget will allow for specific categories, sinking funds or purpose funds, as most people like to call them. Basically, what it is just a category that you set money aside for so that when you need it, you have it readily on hand. So some of the categories could be beauty, it could be self-care, it could be fun money, it could be health, it could be house and hygiene. These are just some of the categories that you could be saving for. And so you're putting money in these specific envelopes in order to help you save. And also when you need this money out of beauty, maybe you need to get some more skincare cream for yourself, or maybe a new facial washer. That is where you're going to get the money from in this particular envelope. So you need to make sure that you know how much your budget will allow you to put inside of the envelopes. It could be every week, every 2 weeks, or once a month. Next, you want to create a cash stuffing plan. If you know that you're only able to put money in once a month, then stick to that and put in once a month. Also, if you know that you can only put in maybe $10 per month, because that's part of the plan too, $10 into your beauty envelope, then that is what you stick with. Don't try to go over that amount that you're able to do. There has been plenty of times where I've only put in $5 each month into the different categories or the cash envelopes that I've had, and there was no shame involved in it. That was all that I could afford at the time, or that my budget allowed me to be able to do at the time, because I had other priorities and other things where my money was being put towards. So that is part of the plan that you want to have for your cash stuffing, is to make sure that you have the set time frame when you're going to be putting money in your envelopes, as well as how much that you want to allocate to it. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't change the amount later on, or maybe add more to it, or maybe decrease the amount, depending on what you have going on in your financial life. However, you want to have a plan for that. Part of getting started also is making sure that you pick the right envelopes, the different categories that you need to have for yourself. These are just some sample ones right here that I received from Rochelle Adamson from a giveaway. And we've got Louis Vuitton, so for luxury items, like I said, we have beauty, self-care, fun money, health, and house and hygiene. But if these categories don't suit you and you're like, hey, I don't need this, maybe I need a car sinking fun one, maybe I need one for tires, maybe I need one for business, and maybe I need one for the post office, a category for that because I have a PO box that I need to pay every 6 months or every month or every 12 months. You need to have the specific categories that are going to work for you and that are not tailored for someone else, because what someone else is saving for, that may not be what you need to save for. So you want to make sure that you pick the right categories. If it feels too overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, it's just going to be so many categories, I would say try out 3 categories initially, something that you can keep in your wallet. So for example, I have 2 categories that I always keep in my wallet, and those 2 things that I know I'm always going to be purchasing and or buying, and that I want to have my cash envelopes readily available. That is a grocery envelope as well as an eating out envelope. So I always keep those with me, and I know that once they're in my wallet, I have them. I can see how much money that I have in them and how much money that I have left after I have spent from those categories. That's not overwhelming to have 2 categories. So I would suggest no more than maybe 3 categories of cash envelopes just to see if you like it and if you like having the money on hand. Again, you could do digital envelopes if you feel a little bit more comfortable with it. But start off small, and then you can increase the amount of envelopes or categories that you have once you feel comfortable and start understanding how the system works. So let's talk about some of the benefits of cash stuffing. Cash stuffing allows you to save more money. I saved well over $5,000 with cash stuffing from all of the envelopes that I had and all of the categories that I have. I will be moving some of those digitally, but if you watch that cash unstuffing video that I had, it really shows that, hey, that money adds up, and it adds up pretty quick, especially if you're not a spender and you're saving more of it, or that you start realizing like, hey, maybe I don't need to spend this much in this category. So that is one way that it helps you to save money by cash stuffing. It also allows you to track your spending. If you have your debit card, you're just more likely to swipe. With the cash envelope system, if you have $50 in beauty, then that is how much that you're able to spend in beauty. You cannot use a debit card afterwards to go ahead and swipe to make it $60. You know that, hey, this is all that I have in this envelope and this is what I'm allotted to spend. Once this amount runs out, that's it until I'm able to replenish it again, maybe the next payday or the next month. This allows and helps to curb some unnecessary spending, or at least makes you think about, is this a priority of something that I want to spend my money on? Because this is all of the cash and all of the money that I have at this time. Another benefit of cash envelope stuffing is that it can help you to pay off debt. A lot of individuals in the budgeting community have a debt envelope that they use, or they use savings challenges, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But they have a debt envelope that they specifically put money towards whatever debt that it is that they have. Maybe they have a car loan. Maybe they have a mortgage that they're paying extra on. Maybe it's student loans. Maybe it's credit card debt. Maybe it is medical debt. Whatever debt that it is, it helps to keep you motivated and shows, hey, this is how much extra that I can put towards my debt outside of the regular payments that I'm obligated to go ahead and pay. So having a cash envelope system helps and keeps you motivated as well with paying off that extra debt that you have, and so that you can see how much more that you're putting towards it. Yes, you can go ahead and just transfer money from your bank account over to that debt, but how satisfying is it to count up that money and actually see how much that you're actually applying extra towards your debt? So that is another benefit of cash stuffing. Now let's talk about how to make cash stuffing fun. We all like fun, right? So let's talk about it and talk about some ways that we can stay motivated while we are cash envelope stuffing. The first thing is to make a goal. For example, if you have the goal of saving $1,000 in your emergency savings fund, or as I like to call it, your forever fund, then you want to make sure that you write that down as a plan. You could even have a cash envelope where you have savings or emergency fund on here, and then put on the front of the envelope as a reminder and put $1,000 of what it is that you are saving for and the amount that you need to save for. So make sure that you have the goal in place along with a reasonable time frame of when you want to achieve this goal. Britt over at Plan Your One Life, she just came out with a video talking about SMART goals and ways that you can prepare yourself for 2025. And also, even though we are coming up on the end of the year, you can still use those tips in order to plan for 2025 right now. But this will be a great way by making a plan. The next thing you can do in order to make cash stuffing fun is find a buddy, find a friend in order to set those goals with and keep and hold you accountable as far as your cash stuffing. If you have more than one person that's doing it together, it's oftentimes a little bit more fun than if you're doing it solo. But if you have a community of individuals, it really, really does help. So I would highly suggest having someone with the likeness and the same mindset that you do in order to make the cash stuffing fun. You guys can make it a challenge and see how much it is that you're able to save, or how much that you're able to stuff in your cash envelopes, and how much money that you have left over at the end of the pay period or the month. And maybe the loser takes the other one out for a Starbucks drink, as like a little bit of motivation, because hey, that person has a little bit extra money left over. So make it sort of like a challenge for yourself, but make it a challenge for yourself with someone else. Two is always better than one. Another way that you can make cash stuffing fun is by making it a challenge, as I stated before. Savings challenges are a wonderful way to use cash stuffing and maximize it, have fun with it, do it with the budgeting community. Or if you're not participating in a group play where you're saving money, you are saving money solo with several savings challenges. There are so many individuals in the budgeting community that provide savings challenges and provide freebie savings challenges. So you don't even have to pay for them. They provide so many challenges for you, and so that you're able to actually participate and or save a lot of money. And a lot of the savings challenges do not have to be a large amount. Some of them you can make your own amount as far as how much you want to save with the savings challenges, but there are so many variations of these. These are just some that I have here from Bookish Mama Budgets that she sent me. And with this one, I can put the amount in here that I want to save after I do the roll my dice for it. This one has preset amounts in here. So here you can save $12, and this one you could save 36 and 12, 60. Another one where you can put the amounts in here. So it's very versatile, and it's a great way to stay motivated as well. You can save for specific categories that you need to apply money to, or that you want to save up for, such as that emergency fund, that $1,000. That may seem very, very daunting, but if you are putting $60 towards it at a time, it doesn't seem so bad, and it makes it very fun as a challenge for you, and you have something else that's a visual that you can cross off. So definitely look for savings challenges, free savings challenges. You can always Google free savings challenges, and many will come up that you're able to download. You can also go to the Ko-fi or Ko-fi shops in order to look for free printable, downloadable, digital savings challenges that you can do. I hope this video was helpful in sharing with you how cash stuffing for beginners can work for you. It has worked for me so many ways and so many times. Inside of my wallet, I use cash envelopes for groceries, as I stated, as well as dining out. I also have a plethora of cash envelopes that I use. I have one for beauty, I have one for clothes, I have cash envelopes for my kids, for chores, as well as anything school related for my children, a back to school fund, as well as Dollar Tree. Yes, I have one for Dollar Tree as well. So I have a lot of cash envelopes that I started. Some of them I don't stuff or put money in every single month, but they do receive some love at some point in time, even if it's just, as I stated, $5. So again, you want to make sure that you can do what you can on the budget that you're working with. So I hope this video was helpful to you all. If you found that this video was helpful and you would like more of this particular content, please make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so, as well as those of you all that have been around here for quite some time. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the Bacon Bit Squad and sprinkling those bacon bits in the comment section. Until the next video, when I see you guys, bye!